So the readings today all take place in a situation in which the Word of God is preached in unhelpful circumstances. First of all, Ezekiel is sent to preach to people who've turned away from God, who've abandoned the worship of God. And yet, here is God's message that they should know that this really is their God, the one they should turn to. And then we have St. Paul, who's writing to community, the Galatians, who he's already preached to and have accepted his word, but now they're beginning to go after other people who tell them that they have to follow the Jewish law in ways that they really don't need to do. And Paul is trying to demonstrate to them his authority, that he's the one they should listen to. But then, having said all the things that God has done for him, he says that above all, his strength is shown in his weakness. God works through him in his weakness. He's tried to ask God to free him from the weaknesses that he has, and yet he has learnt through those weaknesses that that's exactly the way that God is able to work. And then there is Jesus himself, preaching in the synagogue in his own hometown to his own friends and neighbours. And because they're his friends and then his neighbours, and they know all about him and they've grown up with him, they don't take him seriously. They don't believe that he really is the Son of God. They don't really believe in his message, and he's not really able to do anything apart from cure one or two sick people. And he tells them that a prophet is not accepted in his own country. So in each case, difficult circumstances. But the message maybe that we take away from the whole thing is that precisely it is through those difficult circumstances that God is able to work. That God is able to work maybe especially when we find ourselves in difficult circumstances, especially when we encounter our own weaknesses.